everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here doing the astrology insight for the week of November 23rd. On Monday, November 24th, we have a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio conjunct Venus. On Wednesday, November 26th, we have Venus in Scorpio trine Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, as well as Venus in Scorpio trine Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And then on Saturday, November 29th, we have Venus in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus, and then Mercury stationing direct in Scorpio. On Monday, November 24th, we have a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio conjunct Venus. So overall, it's a wonderful day to feel creative, to be more playful, and to keep things lighthearted. Because that's the nice thing about Mercury conjunct Venus, is it is a lighthearted and playful energy. Now, Mercury is retrograde and they are in Scorpio. So this can maybe perhaps be that it's time to communicate something that you've been meaning to talk about. Perhaps you have things that you have desires for, you have passions for, and now it's time to let your partner know what you've been feeling, what you've been going through, or perhaps you might have people come back into your life that do have things that they need to share with you. Those are some things that we can expect today. On Wednesday, November 26th, we have Venus trine Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, as well as Venus trine Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Now, the nice thing about Venus trine Jupiter, this happens in the morning. So this is a very nice energy to just feel the love, the harmony, the connection, really enjoy the happiness and the joys of life, really connecting to that deeper, more profound meaning of your life and what you're doing. So the morning time is very nice. Now, in the evening time, that's a little bit of a tricky situation because what we have going on is we have Venus in Scorpio, she's in detriment, and we have Saturn who is in Pisces, and that is actually Venus in sign of exaltation, but Saturn is stationing to go direct. So Saturn's very slow in the sky, not in a great position, but we have this nice Venus trine. So what that means overall is that it is time to really acknowledge that in order to have that full harmony and peace and connection and love, it is time to dissolve the boundaries. It is time to maybe perhaps actually have healthier boundaries. So it can go both ways depending on who you are and where it sits in your chart, but it is important to recognize that in the evening time, it can be strenuous on relationships. It can be something where you maybe have inhibitions in connecting, but this is where we want to recognize where do we need to really dissolve so that we can have that fluid connection, that fullness and unity with other people and ourselves, as well as, like I said, perhaps maybe having healthier boundaries. So if you have lack of boundaries, maybe this is time to recognize in order to have a healthy and positive relationship, you do have to set down some boundaries so that your energy doesn't get taken advantage of. So overall today, it's kind of a tricky day because we have a beautiful energy in the morning, and then in the evening, it can be a little bit more hard on relationships. So just kind of keep that in mind. On Saturday, November 29th, we have Mercury stationing direct at 11:38 a.m. Central Time, as well as Venus opposing Uranus. So today we want to pause with Mercury and just take a moment to reflect on what has the past 3 weeks been like for you? What sort of things have come back in your life? What have you finished up? And generally, where is your mind about how you are moving forward in your life? Hopefully you have a clearer vision. Hopefully your mind feels refreshed and you have a better idea of what your idea of the meaning of life is, as well as where you want to put your energy and attention. That can be something that we just want to reflect on today. What has the past 3 weeks shown you about you, your intentions, and where you want to move forward? Now, the other thing we have going on is that we do have Venus in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus. So today can definitely be a rhythm shift sort of day. There's things shaking up and breaking up, and there's things changing. So we can definitely expect that today, based on our deep, intense feelings and desires, there are things that are breaking open, traditions, habits, standards, norms that are just changing because our desires have changed. Our desires are different. And perhaps it even comes from the other way where it says, like, as things are kind of breaking up, the things we're used to, we get to see that maybe we have different wants and desires for our life. We have different wants and desires for our future. And so just kind of keep that in mind. It's definitely a day where there are shifts and breaks in situations and just creating a different momentum and energy. If you'd like to schedule a personal reading, you can contact me at 11kaibarose33.com.